What's your favorite kind of cookie to make? I'm a big fan of gingerbread. I love turning out the exact same shape over and over and over and over. You don't even have to be an artist to make gingerbread cookies come out just right. But the best works of art don't come from a mold. They're unique, original, one of a kind. And the greatest work of all time is you. God made you to reflect a little bit of who He is to the world around you. But He made you to reflect Him in a way that's entirely different from your brother, your mom, your neighbor, or even that popular kid at school. God made only one you, and He made you on purpose. No one else in the entire world can fill that perfect spot He crafted, just for you. And when you discover who God made you to be, you can make a greater difference in this world than you could ever imagine. That's why individuality is an amazing way to worship God with your life. Because worship is about more than just singing loud. It's all about living loud.
Hey everybody, I'm Graham, and I've got to say I'm super excited about today because we are talking about one of my favorite things. Candy! Have you ever been to one of those candy stores that lets you put all of your favorite candies into one little bag? You can mix your jelly beans with gummy bears and top it all off with a handful of M&Ms. The M's stand for mmm. And it's all made only for you. Your one-of-a-kind candy bag. Everyone's different after all. Some of you may like hot candy. Ha 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 ha! Or maybe sour's your way to go.
I need some water, please.
Or maybe you don't like candy at all. Now that's a good radish. We're all different, and that's not a bad thing. That's what individuality is all about. Individuality is discovering who you were meant to be so you can make a difference. We're all created to be individuals. That's why we all like different kinds of candy. Hey, what if we were created out of candy? Like, what if my head could be made out of jelly beans? And maybe some peppermints for eyes. Yeah. Laffy Taffy nose. Twizzler mouth. Twizzler? Twizzler? And of course, some hair. Looks just like me. Okay, maybe we weren't created out of candy, but we were created. And in today's story, we'll learn about our amazing creator. Sounds fun, right? What? I was hungry. See you soon.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verses 26 through 28.
In the beginning, God took nothing and made everything. From darkness, God called out light.
God poured out waters and stretched the sky far overhead like an unpainted canvas. He shaped dry land and canyons and great mountain ranges, and then decked them out with trees and vines and plants of every kind. God spun the moon and sun and stars and planets out into space, and then He filled the oceans with fish and the sky with birds. God thought up an amazing variety of animals to crawl and hop and race over the earth.
All of this was incredible, unbelievable, the most artistic show of power ever. God made complex atoms and cells smaller than the eye can see, all the way up to vast spaces stretching across the universe farther than we can imagine. And yet, all of this was just a warm-up to God's most spectacular creation: people. People. It's true. We're made of the same atoms and cells and elements as rocks and plants and animals. But unlike anything else in God's creation, we are made in God's image. Then God said,
"Let us make human beings so that they are like us. Let them rule over the fish in the seas and the birds in the sky. Let them rule over the livestock and all the wild animals. And let them rule over all the creatures that move along the ground."
So God created human beings in His own likeness. He created them to be like Himself. He created them as male and female.
You are made in God's image.
Now, that does not mean God shares your eye color, or your freckles, or even your quirky smile. But it does mean that you were designed for God to shine through you. You were made to show the world God's love, God's grace and mercy, God's joy, God's peace, God's kindness, God's wisdom. You and every person you'll ever meet are of infinite value because you're made in the image of God. And here's what's even more amazing.
God didn't design us to turn into a bunch of little robots who look and act the same when we follow Him.
Instead, the more time you spend with God, asking Him to transform your thoughts and words and choices, the more you become uniquely you. As you follow Jesus and reflect God's light more clearly, you'll be able to do the things that God has designed for you and no one else. So, next time you look in the mirror, remember, you're looking at the image of God, and no one in this world can reflect Him just the way you do.
When God created the world, He saved the best for last. People. He made us to be like Him. He made us in His image. Maybe that means God looks like us. Or maybe it means God made us with different qualities that could only come from Him. Maybe God made you creative, like He's creative. Ooh, or maybe you're really smart because a smart God made you that way. You could be patient, or kind, confident, or peaceful. And you could top it off with a handful of joyfulness. God is all of those things, and He's given them to each of us in all kinds of different combinations. So here's the one thing to remember today. You were made in God's image. Only you were made the way you are. You're one of a kind. There. I'm done with my new candy self-portrait. What do you think? Not bad. I look delicious. I'll see you next time.
What's your favorite kind of cookie to make? I'm a big fan of gingerbread. I love turning out the exact same shape over and over and over and over. You don't even have to be an artist to make gingerbread cookies come out just right. But the best works of art don't come from a mold. They're unique, original, one of a kind. And the greatest work of all time is you. God made you to reflect a little bit of who He is to the world around you. But He made you to reflect Him in a way that's entirely different from your brother, your mom, your neighbor, or even that popular kid at school. God made only one you, and He made you on purpose. No one else in the entire world can fill that perfect spot He crafted, just for you. And when you discover who God made you to be, you can make a greater difference in this world than you could ever imagine. That's why individuality is an amazing way to worship God with your life. Because worship is about more than just singing loud. It's all about living loud.
Your love Oh, I know that sound. Ah.
Some?
Do I?
Yeah, Diamond, do you?
Yeah, I'd like some. Oh, there's nothing like some good WWs.
Wait, what did you say? Some what?
WWs. The candy we're eating? WWs are my favorite candy. My whole life, I've been a fan of WWs. I used to go door to door in my neighborhood as a kid saying, trick or treat, give me some WWs. And people would just look at me like I was crazy.
It's because they're called M&Ms, not WWs.
M&Ms?
Yeah. You've been reading them upside down.
Doesn't make any sense. That doesn't sound like something I'd do. Hey, wow, this is easier. Oh, hey, everybody, I'm John.
And I'm Brandon.
And you're watching the So&So show. What are you doing with the mannequin?
I am putting a beard on him.
Yes, that is obvious. I can see that.
Yeah, well, who is simultaneously the coolest and weirdest person you know?
Longbeard Carl.
Exactly.
What does that have to do with the mannequin?
Oh, well, I've been thinking that me and you are pretty good hosts of this show, right?
Thanks.
But we're not perfect.
Okay.
We can't possibly be the best hosts ever because we have too many flaws.
Speak for yourself.
But what if I took the parts we like from different people and made one ultra super host?
Wait. So, the mannequin's going to take my place?
Come on, it'll be great. Okay, let's see. We have Longbeard Carl's beard, right? We've got Taco Cat T.
Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat.
Right. Next, I need.
Taco Cow spelled backwards is Woko Cat.
I think that our co-host would have an excellent singing voice.
Well, I wonder. Ooh,
I know. Our good friend Fred.
Eating my tray of lasagna, but I want to give you a big thank you for that big tray of lasagna. Lasagna!
that was beautiful.
This should remind us.
How could we ever forget?
Okay. Our host should be wise, like Kellen.
I wish I were wise like Kellen. Wait, why are you putting... Oh, I get it, because wisdom is like brain smarts that comes from your heart.
Ah, it's very wise of you, John.
Really?
Yeah, we all have our moments.
Oh, yes, we do.
Let's see. What else would make a perfect host?
Lasagna!
No. Good listening skills. You know, like our friend Leonard.
Did someone say ham?
I'm a good listener. Hey, say anything to me. I'll repeat it back to you word for word.
Focus is important. A super host would never get distracted.
Focus is important. A superhost would never get distracted. Oh!
There we go. Now, it just needs one more thing. I know.
You think you can outfocus me? Huh? Look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me. You're outfocusing me.
Okay. A super host should be funny and uplifting.
Oh, wow! Great work, Brandon.
All right, thanks. Time to test it out.
Oh, what do you need me to do? I'll do anything you need me to do.
You're good, kiddo. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. You need some help?
No, I got it.
Well, he looks
You're
like...
good.
I can help you. I really could. Oh. Mannequin montage. finally decided to come back to the show, huh?
Yeah, I think our superhost is ready for phase 2 of his training.
What's that?
Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey guys,
Hey, Kellen.
what's with the giant doll?
Oh, it's our brand new superhost.
Okay,
What kind of Bible story do you have for us today?
I have a biblical one. Get it? Because it's the Bible. Never mind. Let's hop to it. Today, we're looking at the very beginning of the Bible, when God created humans. It's in Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 through 28. But before we get there, let me set the stage for you. Right before creating people, God created the world. He created light out of darkness. He created the sky. He created the entire universe. God saw that everything he created was good. Then God said, "Let us make human beings so that they are like us." Whoa. Did you catch that? The first thing God ever says about people is that he wants to make us to be like him. Now that's cool. Next, God said, "Let them rule over the fish in the seas and the birds in the sky. Let them rule over the livestock and all the wild animals, and let them rule over all the creatures that move along the ground." So God created human beings in his own likeness. He created them to be like himself. He created them as male and female. God made us in his own likeness. Or sometimes we say God made us in his image. That means we can learn a lot about ourselves by getting to know God better. And we can also learn more about God from the people we see around us. It's not just when you look up at the stars or see a beautiful sunset that you can feel closer to God. You can see God all around you in everyday moments. You can see how God loves to be in relationship with us, how he loves us, how he teaches us, and how he takes care of us. We can see God's heart when people are kind and loving to one another. You can learn a little bit of how joyful and fun God is when we spend time with our friends. And here's the deal. God is creative. He's strong and brave. He's extremely smart, but he's also gentle and caring. And that's just to name a few of many amazing things that come from our Heavenly Father. All of us, even with our differences of appearance, of skills, of personalities and passions, we are all made in the image of God.
Wow, that's spectacular. That makes me feel really special and important.
It should. Every person on this planet is incredibly valuable because we were made in the image of God.
Amazing.
Thanks, Kellen.
You got it. I'll see you guys next time.
Bye, Kellen.
Wow. It's crazy to think that I, John of the Basement Studio, am a carrier of God's image.
Yeah.
Uniquely and wonderfully made, a child of God.
Yeah.
Seriously, this is amazing. Aren't you excited?
Yeah, I am. I'm just realizing how much our ultra super host maybe wasn't such a good idea.
Oh?
No, I'd rather have a co-host who is made in God's image, one who can talk and play games and blink.
Someone like,
Someone like you, pal.
can't do that without moving my lip.
You're a great host.
Oh, really? Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
So, what most about my hosting skills reminds you I was made in God's image? Is it my good looks, my sense of humor? Is it my minty fresh breath?
Yeah. Reveal the question. How would you describe God?
That's a big question.
Yeah, Kellen gave us lots of great examples, like the way God loves us, or how he's brave and smart and gentle.
But, well, like he said, that was only a few descriptions. What pops out in your mind when you think of God?
And we will see you guys next time.
I'm John.
And I'm Brandon.
And I'm Warren.
And this was the So&So show. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Just leave the room quietly. Shh. 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 I can't go sideways. You're gonna have to pick me up.
Where are you going?
Hey, Brandon, check it out. Look at my blinking. Pretty good, huh? I can't find my glasses, though. Do you know where they are? Brandon, come on. You know I can't see anything without my glasses. Buddy, come on. What's wrong with you? Come on, we just talked about being created in the image of God, and you're being rude. God's not rude, come on.
And I'm Warren.